so high. See me in the sky, yeah, I'm so high, so fly. Call me Fizzle, yeah, yeah, I'm Fizzle, ballin' all life. Big bad wolf, yeah, you know I'm in this bitch the ball. All season, yeah, 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 I'm so high. Going through another level, yeah, yeah, I'm so high. See it as I walk by, yeah, yeah, I'm so high. Throw you away to the first, don't let me show you. Push in the air, peace all year.
What's good, YouTube universe? Fizzleman One signing in like always here in Fizzleman Pigs Lounge. And if you don't know, this is the hub for Fizzleman Pigs Lounge, where Fizzleman Pigs here for Madden Stars, the Baltimore Ravens, to take this W. As it looked like it's us against the world, as the world is on the Chiefs side, as the overalls are the fans voting. We are here live for another Madden Stars matchup here for week 2 Sunday night football. We got a kind of a rivalry, we would like to say a conference rivalry here. We would got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens here going down Sunday night football week 2. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, sub up, and be part of that sub up, friends. And definitely hit that notification bell and be part of our Noti friends. Noti gang, we up, we here, we live. And yes, this is Fizz and Friends Gaming, YouTube, EA Sports. Like I said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And without further ado, before we get into this matchup here, if you don't know Madden Stars, we here talk about real life superstars, of course, you see in front of you, and then of course the game you're about to see that's going to take place. That means we have history from two worlds, which we call Madden Stars and real life, real world, you know, pretty much. And this game is going to be a beautiful one in my mind. As I'm looking at it, can I say anything else more? Hopefully it don't be no difficulties, because it looks like I gotta charge my controller. So hopefully this game go through well. But what we got to talk about is that currently coming into this season, we like to talk about certain superstars, certain teams here in Madden Stars, and that's what we do here. And yes, this is the pre-show of this game, Fizzleman Pigs Lounge. And yes, we have Patrick Mahomes making his primetime, I believe, debut. Yeah, I would say his primetime debut here for us. This year is his first year as an MVP, most valuable player of the season, coming off last year, going into this season. So he is the current MVP right now. Patrick Mahomes is our current MVP. Madden Stars current MVP, Patrick Mahomes. And that means in real life counterpart, MVP is Aaron Rodgers, who is our Super Bowl champions and Super Bowl MVP. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. So as that is real life correlated with Madden Stars, MVP talk, Super Bowl champions. And if you don't know the Super Bowl champion in real life, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they're not here. They opened the show last week, and we're here for this week 2 Sunday night football, and we here ready to go. So like without further ado, let's go. And yeah, this should be a beautiful game. I don't feel like no other game is more anticipated than this one right now for week 2. So yeah, it's only right that this game go down as Sunday night football. And then more to say is that early in the season, these two teams are here to match up and go head to head, and it should be a good one. Yes, and in real life, the records are real in real life and as here in Madden Stars, but will it ends the same as the Ravens took the W in real life? Will we see it same here? Let's see.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
Another big year from arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. And while we enjoy his excellence, let's not take it for granted. He threw for over 4,700 yards, second only to Deshaun Watson, 38 touchdown passes, and led the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl while completing a career-high 66% of his passes. He did have a toe injury during the playoffs that hobbled him, and he had off-season surgery to correct that. We expect this guy to continue to be magnificent.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Now a second down and 6. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The numbers for Andrews last week: 9 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And they run the option on second down. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fighting his way through contact. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Ravens will take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. To the right side, it's Kelce. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 5 catches, 54 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Working with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And that'll set him back 5. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man. It's the tight end Kelce. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And these two continue to work so well together. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelce last year. 2nd among NFL tight ends.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now it's Mahomes again. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Edwards-Helaire is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that's to the former Chief, Sammy Watkins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just 1 start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11. Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Brown with a stick skills. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it's going to be 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Gets past one man. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Oh, the option to give to Williams here. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to... That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards to pick up there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Completes it to Hardman. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. A good pickup there at 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the 1st round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Another nice decision there by Marcus Peters to go for the football. And he comes down with it yet again. Since coming into the league in 2015, no one has more interceptions than Marcus Peters. He's averaged better than 5 per year.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A gain of 6 there on first. Sammy Watkins, of course, played for these Chiefs the last 3 years, part of the championship team, Super Bowl 54 against the 49ers. Had some problems staying on the field, but when he did, he was productive. And the Ravens know that a healthy Sammy Watkins for them, that can be a big headache for opposing defenses. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Jackson now. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And he fires one incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Jackson's going to look to run it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Patrick Queen, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Mahomes now to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 11 now.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. And that is incomplete here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun, and that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Another huge season last year for Tyreek Hill, teaming up with Patrick Mahomes. Close to 1,300 yards receiving. 15 touchdowns as well, and that was second only to Devontae Adams. We know about the big plays. Also makes the dependable chain-moving catches as well.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mahomes to throw once more. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it's third and goal. Now Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
On the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Here's Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
"39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return." Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. They now have the lead. They were losing at halftime, but this guy right here, he's looked pretty sharp, especially in this 3rd quarter.
The halftime did him some good. I mean, when you look at it, being able to come out and play this well in the 3rd quarter, that knowledge he gained in the 1st half has carried over and helped elevate his play in the 3rd quarter.
He's got the 2 touchdowns in this 3rd quarter alone. He'll be looking for a 3rd down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
And Byron Pringle made the Chiefs roster undrafted out of Kansas State. Kind of been buried on the depth chart the last few years, but he's made some important catches when called upon.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
2nd and short now following the fumble. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down at the 28. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And
he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Derek Wolfe able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Four yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now it's Mahomes again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Byron Pringle there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The return is Duvernay. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. After the interception, here's Jackson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Jackson on first down. A swing pass here to Edwards. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Jackson to Watkins there for a Baltimore first. Jackson will throw again. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Jackson to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the ball is knocked out. First down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Steps away to his left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left and out of bounds right around the 20.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus. and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Chiefs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.